Welcome to Tuesday's Tips and Tools, brought to you by the VSU Center for E-Learning. Today we are reviewing the Turnitin Similarity Report and how you can use this information to promote academic integrity in your class. In our previous Turnitin video, we looked at how to set up Turnitin for written assignments, including the basic steps for setting up a Turnitin assignment, and optional settings and recommendations for when and how to use them for various assignments. Today's video explores the Similarity Report and the features available for accurately reviewing submissions. So let's look at what the Similarity Report is and what it isn't. As a reminder, Turnitin is licensed for use within BlazeVIEW as a tool to promote academic integrity. To use Turnitin, student assignments must be submitted within a BlazeVIEW assignment. External submissions cannot be evaluated in Turnitin. Turnitin is also not available for discussions or quizzes. The first Similarity Report element you'll see when grading is a similarity score indicated by a percentage. You'll find it next to the link to the submission under the student's name. If you allow multiple file submissions, you'll see a score for each file. But what does this number actually mean? Probably not what you're thinking. The most common misconception is that Turnitin finds plagiarism. It does not. It locates similarity between content, not information, in the paper and content elsewhere, based solely on the parameters set up by an instructor. The similarity score is just that, a numerical representation of the percentage of similarity to other resources based on the parameters. It is not the amount of plagiarism, nor does it indicate plagiarism. Finally, there is no one acceptable score. The percentage in the score will be varied based on the type of assignment, the requirements, and the settings. Now that we've addressed misconceptions about the Similarity Report, let's explore how to use the features in the Similarity Report to review student work. The Similarity Report consists of 5 areas of insight. Flags for Review lists anomalies like hidden characters that could help instructors with minimum word count verification. Match Overview lists a summary of sources that have matches in the document. All Sources is a detailed list of all sources with matches in the document. Filters and Settings is where you can see and modify the settings for this document. Excluded Sources is the sources that have been set by the instructor to be excluded for this document. And finally, Document Details examines the metadata of the file for indicators of academic misconduct. Let's look at how you would use each area of insight. A reminder, Flags for Review will flag inconsistencies of replaced characters and hidden text in a document. Like all other Turnitin features, these flags are not necessarily indicators of a problem, but will point out something recommended for further review. In some cases, replacing a character is necessary, formulas using special characters, for example. In other cases, replacing characters can be an attempt to try to prevent a similarity detection. Hidden text can be a way to manipulate text to prevent similarity detection as well as skirting a word count requirement. The primary insight we see Turnitin used for here is similarity matches through Match Overview and through all sources. Turnitin can compare matches to student papers in the Turnitin repository, sources on the Internet, and other documents available to Turnitin's system. Please note that the full source can be viewed except in the case of other student papers. Instructors will need to request those to see the full source. The main point we want to stress is that the tool needs the instructor's insight to be valuable. Again, the Similarity Report does not indicate plagiarism. Please examine the submission to see where matches are, why they're used, and how exactly they match. Not all matches are negative, nor are they plagiarism. When you select the Filters and Settings, you'll initially see whatever settings you chose during assignment creation. However, you'll have the option here to change any settings, or errors, or anything you see that may be causing an inaccurate result. You can modify those here as well. By the way, this example shows our recommended filters for research papers that would include reference quotes. The Excluded Sources list is where you'll find any sources that you have excluded from matching to the user's submission. Excluding sources is helpful when you have a form or when you have assigned sources from which the student will include large quoted passages in their submissions. Document Details provides metadata from the document. Be very careful when examining the data in this feature. Even more so than the match data, the information in this item is to be taken in context. For example, the item should have the student's name in the author name field, but if they're on a parent's laptop or a school computer, the software may default the field to the owner of the software license. Last modified by could be a tutor at the Academic Support Center. Page size may show international page sizes when used on a computer that has software defaulted to international settings. These are just a few examples of the context in which you should look at these settings. To review what we've covered in these two videos, in our first video, we looked at the basic steps for setting up Turnitin in an assignment in BlazeVIEW, optional settings and recommendations for when and how to use them for various types of assignments. And in this video, we explored the Similarity Report, including some misconceptions about it and how to review the data to help your students. Specifically of note, how you must consider context when reviewing anything in the Similarity Report. We hope this information has given you some helpful insight into how to thoughtfully use Turnitin tools and features in your course to promote academic integrity and student success. Please contact the Center for eLearning if we can help you with anything we've covered in this video or for any other assistance as you develop your courses.